All right. Hi, everybody. Third time is a charm. I am not live integrated through Facebook for this first live, but I am on Zoom, and this is just going to have to suffice until I am able to figure out my technical difficulties. Um, I've never been a huge fan of going live on Facebook, and I have always wanted people to actually join and gather with me on Zoom. So this might just be a sign that that's what my live offering is going to be, something that you actually have to commit to and come outside of Facebook to participate in. I do think that there's a way for me to go live from Zoom onto Facebook. That's something I'm going to have to look into because I'm not sure if I can do that or how to do that. I definitely feel like Facebook has changed their live going settings the last time I did this, and I'm not very practiced or well versed in it either because it's something I've always kind of hesitated to do. Um, so I am recording this and I am currently alone on Zoom. People may or may not show up in the middle of this. What I really wanted to do was just get on here and kind of put my face back out here and kind of do a collective pull, a collective check-in, update you guys on some things happening with my tarot as well as my overall business offering. I've got a lot of exciting things happening. If you've been watching my posts, I will have a physical space that is private and I'll be able to offer one-on-one sessions again privately beyond Zoom and beyond my appearances at events. So I'm super excited. It's been a little over a year since I've had a physical space, and I'm just really excited where the year of the horse is going to take me. And it's definitely taking me. Um, that's one of the collective energies I'm really feeling right now is an acceleration of the final shedding of 2025, final shedding of the snake year. But at that same time, there is this rapid acceleration of like forward momentum energy coming in that is just like, it is literally like a horse at the gate, like rearing to go. I don't know if that resonates with everybody watching this, but I definitely am seeing it in the collective and amongst other people like me. There's just a lot of really ready to go energy kind of coming online right now as we wind down and end 2025. Um, I will pull some cards and kind of see what they have to say on that. I did tap in today, kind of my own little intuitive hits about like what I want 2026 to be like and what the energy is already kind of bringing in for me. So I might share a little bit of that too in relation to the reading, depending on what comes up. So I did attempt to go live on Facebook twice and it was too slow, too poor quality. So I just gave up and decided to come here instead. On my Facebook Live that I deleted and didn't post, I told everybody that I got a new deck today that I'm super excited to share with you guys. It's Dark Goddess and it's got Athena on the book. Sorry, my video quality is not great, but Athena has really been calling to me and showing up for me for the past like 2.5, 3 years. And I have another deck by this woman. It's my fairy godmother deck, which I really just love the energy of it. It is just like very short, sweet, exactly what you need to hear in that moment. And I feel like Dark Goddess energy is definitely that energy that we've been in and been feeling all this shadow work. Just like really dark goddess energy. Like that really has just been the vibe for like 2 years now. Both personally and collectively, I would say. And even in the astrology, there's been a lot of movement in that that realm. So I'm gonna also draw from here tonight. Still have no one joining us. Sad. But I guess it's a little less stressful than Facebook. I'll actually know who is here, and when they arrive, I will be able to interact with them rather than asking mystery people to comment and tell me that they're here. I did have one or two people check on both my lives and they didn't say anything. So my guess is that the quality was so poor that they didn't even stick around. And that's why I'm on here. And that's why this will now be uploaded instead of actually live through Facebook. But I am hopeful that someone may join me in the next 10 minutes or so. So this is not all alone. Even though I trust that whatever is supposed to come of it will. I feel like it's definitely, like I said, a sign that Facebook Live is really just not my jam. Never has been and maybe never will be. So 2 cards just came out, Justice and the 4 of Cups, which is super interesting because I feel like this is exactly like pertaining to the collective energy that is going on right now as we close out 2025. Like we are in a state of like recalibration and balance. And honestly, part of that I feel like tied to the 4 of Cups is about like, how are you still rejecting resources that are available to you? Part of coming into balance is honestly being open and accepting of change that is required for you to come into balance. And sometimes that is like accepting and being able to receive things. So this is very much to me, like just spot on for what the energy feels like right now. I'm not surprised these popped out at all, especially just ending retrograde, also just ending both Mercury and Saturn retrograde. Like this is exactly what those retrogrades were for, is for recalibration, balance. And now that that Saturn retrograde is over, how are we allowing the momentum in the change and the offerings and resources to actually come in and not being so stubborn and closed off to that. So I guess we'll see what else the cards have to say about the current collective energies, especially those who will watch this. What might they need to know? Oh, perfect. This is like, again, the same themes have just kind of been, this is crazy. The same themes have been so alive in the collective now for the past 2+ years. The end is also the beginning. So I literally pulled the Fool, the King of Swords, and the World. And I feel like this is just speaking to us literally coming into that integration of the life, death, regeneration cycle, life, death, regeneration. And that is what we're in. And if you're not moving that way, you're not living consciously. You're not consciously choosing, creating, manifesting, calling in the life that is actually your natural born life. If you're not moving that way, if you're not living that way at this point. The King of Swords, it is that conscious thought, that discernment, that knowing, that firm, like, I know this to be true. And for me, this is bringing in that message of like holding both, that like the beginning is also the end, because it is just an infinite circle. It's an infinite loop of us going through endings and beginnings over and over again, through different layers. Like it's also the spiral journey. Um, I love this so much. I feel like these cards are so speaking to the end of 25, but or the end of 2025, but also speaking to what 2026 wants from us, the integration, the embodiment of actually walking a path of this cyclical nature that we literally are, and we cannot deny it. We can't fight against it anymore. It just it it's the way it is. Um, so I really love that. I hope that makes sense, how that's landing, that like from the Fool to the World, like we're doing that, like sometimes multiple times a day, sometimes in a week, sometimes in a month, sometimes in 2 years. Like we really are just constantly in this flux of like change and growth, and yeah, endings. The end is also the beginning, and vice versa. The beginning is also the end. Um, I feel like that is so just making sense to me right now. So I hope it is landing for someone that needs to hear it as well. We'll see what else wants to come through for the collective. Maybe. Yeah, okay. This makes sense too. You're already winning, even when you think you're not winning. Oh, that was not upside down. That was me. So, Six of Wands, Ace of Cups, and King of Cups. This is just speaking to like all the hard work most of the people that I connect with are doing. Like you are actually doing the work. You are showing up for living, showing up for this cyclical life of change and growth and transformation that kind of just keeps going on and on into forever. So this is just, this card wants you to actually celebrate that victory, because once you stop and celebrate that you're doing better than you maybe think you are, or giving yourself credit for, that's when you're going to feel most blessed, most grounded, most stable, and most alive in the life that you're living right now, even if it's not exactly what you want it to be yet. Um, and this too, I feel like is also just collectively where we've kind of been at, is a lot of us have kind of been in the struggle of like really trying to walk our path, trying to trust the process, but feeling defeated in that, especially with all the chaos like ensuing in the world and in our shared reality. Like you have to consciously choose to see the good, to see the beauty, to connect to joy, to connect with yourself, to connect to others. That is a conscious choice. And that is the way that we win together. Um, so that there is enough, plenty for all to go around, um, all the ways, like all the abundance. Abundance is our birthright. It is an endless flow of energy that we are all born entitled to, and it's extremely out of balance in a lot of people, places, things. So that's why it's important for us to stay focused and stay on this path of winning and celebrating ourselves and being celebrated by each other. Um, I really love the way these cards are coming out for the collective. I hope that someone listens to this and gets something from it. Um, so I'm going to pull just a few more tarot and then probably pull a couple oracle before I wrap this up with some announcements. Just because it's not that fun to be alone on video and not have people to interact with. Oop, I didn't like how those came out, but they also feel like I'm not usually a card jumper flipper person, but it seems like that is what's happening for me tonight. And these also just feel very fitting. We have the Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups to join our King of Cups and King of Swords. And then we have balance. We are getting that balance. We are balancing the masculine and feminine within ourselves and within our relationships. We are not really, I feel like a lot of us are not willing to sacrifice or contort ourselves anymore to fit a distorted reflection or a distorted person that is not operating from their true self, from their balanced self, from their whole self. So this is basically, yeah, we are coming into that balance. It's really funny because I feel like this has been a year of like masculine healing. And for me, it's been like a 2-year masculine healing journey and it's still not over, but it's coming back around to like, okay, healing the next layer of the feminine, which is exactly, I was like asking the cards, like, what does our focus need to be for 2026? Healing the next layer of your feminine. Because that's what's going to ultimately bring you this balance that in 2025, we're really trying to clean that up and like get that where we want it to be. But there's still kind of work in that's definitely unfolding. And after the balance comes strength and the King of Wands. So this is basically telling me everything and anything that we've been struggling with personally, collectively, once this balance is like in place, which it's definitely feeling like we're moving in that direction like quickly. Having the Fool in the World come up like that makes me feel like 2026 is going to bring in energy so fast, like we're just going to feel it. As soon as 2025 ends, it's going to be again like a race, not in a bad way either, like creative fire, King of Wands, and everything we've been going through, all the strength that has given us is what is going to allow us to keep up with that energy and create and manifest and do whatever it is that we are actually supposed to be doing in 2026 to make our lives better, to make the world a better place, to build the things that we want to build, create what we want to create. This is super beautiful. I feel like this is so spot on. All of this is so spot on. The notes that I wrote for myself and the collective for 2026 were that like 2026 is going to be a year that is really based and steeped in sacred reciprocity and right relationship. Anything that's not that, so anything that's masculine, feminine, out of balance, anything that is not equal give and take or feels good and is healthy and bountiful for all is going to kind of have to fall away. Like it's not going to work. It's not going to move forward. And I feel like it's really going to be just a year of non-negotiable sovereignty, no matter who you are, where you are on your path, you're going to operate in that way, or the universe, God, source, whatever you believe in, is going to cut out what is not meant to be there in mysterious ways, whether you want it to or not. It's just not going to continue that way. For myself, the words of 2026 for me that I plan to sit with, meditate with, and work on are coherence. And that's like my own inner coherence of being connected and stable, grounded, fully kind of in sync with self. And then the other is congruence, which congruence is what I want in my outer and my external world, is feeling that resonance, that connection, that reciprocity. That is what congruence is going to mean for me in 2026. And I already am feeling that pour in. I'm already trusting my intuition more, and then being instantly confirmed that, like, yes, you shouldn't have been afraid to share this thing or reach out to this person or do that thing, because you are connected. You are tapped in. So trust the process, trust that trust that the world is not going to let you fall unless you're actually meant to fall, because something better is on the other side of that fall. So that is like the energy that I'm really feeling collectively, personally, kind of all over the place. I feel like I'm definitely getting that return confirmation in a lot of different places. And even in just like everyday simple things that happen to me, synchronicities, that kind of thing, all of that has been like so, we really are just in this state of recalibration. So maybe you have felt like the last few years you've been kind of teetering in and out of alignment with certain people, certain places, certain things, certain energies in your life. We are in this like recalibration of getting back on track to wherever we're supposed to be. Like those lessons are ending, those lessons are complete, and we are getting back to a path of least resistance kind of energy where we're going to move forward and move from flow more easily. Uh, I'm definitely feeling that for the collective right now, and especially for 2026. We are still in the year of the snake, and I do feel like there's still going to be a lot falling away just in the next couple of weeks. But it's going to really start to feel complete around solstice time. There's going to be like a radical shift towards that new energy from solstice and beyond that point. So I do just want to pick a Dark Goddess card from my new deck that I wanted to specifically share tonight. I'll let my kitty out quick. He doesn't want to be in here. There. I'm gonna actually pull two Dark Goddess cards, and I'm going to ask for what Dark Goddess is basically supporting us in closing out 2025. My cards are crunchy, crunchy and new. Oh my gosh, this is so honestly kind of perfect. I do not even know how to pronounce it. What the book says. It definitely, it definitely resonates. so much. It's the year of the snake, and this could not be any more fitting for the goddess helping us close out 2025. So she is an Aztec goddess. I'm definitely going to look up how to pronounce. It's Papalatil. It's Papalatil. It's Papalatil. Okay. So she's the goddess of purification. Um, Toxins tend to multiply, body screams to purify. Release old habits, cleanse, refine, healed and whole to really shine. By the power of dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. So this is the message. She's the goddess of purification. She's an Aztec goddess. I think that is so perfect. We're in the year of the snake, and I feel like this shedding is a very intense shedding because we're also in a 9 year, which is a year of completion. So we really are about to turn the page on so many things. So this is really something to think about. Like, what do you need to purify yourself, your life, your energy? What needs purification? Um, are you allowing things to fester or be swept under the carpet? Time to come clean and let it all out. Whatever it is you have been harboring, money troubles, ill health, dark secrets, must come out into the light of day before they do you any more harm. None of these things can be sorted out by pretending to the outside world that they simply don't exist. You can not continue on this path and hope it will just all go away. Face up to your troubles now, otherwise, they will only continue to have power over you. Take the first steps into the light as Itzkapalatiel invites you to the top of her incredible temple. From this wonderful vantage point, you will see the bigger picture. Allow this mighty goddess to give you the courage to purify the elements of your life that are causing you such dis-ease. Speak to someone, professional or otherwise, who can help. Listen to friendly advice. Pay off your debts while you can. An unexpected pregnancy is announced. Don't put off going to the doctor. Your experiences will be called upon to help a friend. Take a walk on elevated ground, such as a moor or a hillside. Archetypal purifier of Aztec origin, this obsidian butterfly is the fearsome warrior goddess who ruled over the paradise world, Tamo, Tamoachan, where humans were created. Itzpapalatil was the patron of the day and of women and children who died in childbirth. To pass through her kingdom is to be cleansed of all ills and reborn again. As a star demon, she sometimes did this by devouring people during solar eclipses. Wow, so that is like really powerful. Going back to some of the things that it said to do, also an unexpected pregnancy is announced. I feel like that is not just meaning an actual baby in someone's belly. It's meaning there is something unexpected new that you are going to birth into the world in 2026, no matter what you are doing with your life or who you are. There is something very new and unexpected coming in 2026 for you. And I feel like this card relates so back to everything that came up in the tarot, that, and also like what I said, like anything that does not fit, that does not fit these themes of 2026 that I am feeling into, if it doesn't fit, it is going to be cut away no matter what. You cannot continue to go the wrong way. um the energy is just not going to allow it in 2026. Like, purification is happening, it's coming for us all. that also kind of makes me want to just kind of forewarn you that like detox, purification, like that is gruesome. That is tiring sometimes. So if you have been feeling low on energy or feeling like you're just kind of sludging through the rest of this year, like that's actually okay. Like you're probably doing what you need to be doing. You're resting and purifying and preparing for the new. Um, so definitely take care of yourself, drink lots of water. Again, like it said, seek help where you can, um, professional, spiritual, otherwise. So that is our goddess for helping us close out and clear out the energy in 2025. Not be any more fitting. The year of the snake and this like final shed energy. Like we really, it's time to like clear the vessel so that it can flow freely again. And what goddess supporting us as we usher in the energies of 2026. Um, this is another goddess that I don't really know. So I'm really loving this deck because it's going to connect me to new goddesses and new things. I do feel like I've heard this name before, but I don't know a lot about her. Um, Uzume, goddess of persuasion. So again, this just feels like everything I said, like reciprocity, right relationship, alignment. It honestly, the art of persuasion is not complicated if you're just aligned. It's resonance. Persuasion can just be resonance. Oh, I got sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. So 2026. This is the energy, and this is the goddess helping us. Coax, encourage, urge, persuade. Inducement plays in this charade. Heed opinions, adhere to views. Free will conquers, let folks choose. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. You have the gift of the gab, a way about you that draws people's attention and holds it with ease. A great politician or entertainer you would make. Likewise, you may be the last resort for family and friends when a troubled soul needs help or a change of direction needs to be enforced. Most of the time you relish this, but take heed as it is a force that also must be kept in check. It's not always right to change someone's mind or have them give up their beliefs for yours, just because you can talk, sing, and dance rings around them. The art of persuasion should be deployed with care and intention. Uzume warns you that just because you have this power doesn't mean you should use it at will. Right now, you must let rivers run their course so people can experience the lesson within. As tempting as it is to always have your way, sometimes your way is not the best for others. Hold your tongue a little longer. Listen to the needs of others. Consider local governance or an organization like Victim Support or Samaritans. Help a friend struggling to be heard. Get more information before you try and change a loved one's mind. Be open to a different point of view. Uzume revealed, archetypal persuader of Japanese origin. Using song, dance, and a trick of mirrors, the multi-talented goddess Uzume was the only deity who could lead the great sun goddess Amaterasu out of a severe depression, back to her heavenly responsibilities, ensuring the return of light to the earth and fertility of the crops. So I feel like this is just, again, it's coming back to like this message of like balance and right relationships, sacred reciprocity that we're calling in for 2026. It wants us to kind of attract and connect through persuasion, but in like a very grounded and aligned way. So that's how that is landing for me. And I think those are both pretty great messages to kind of end this on. I don't know. I guess I will pick just one more card from my Sacred Symbols deck to see what comes up. Yeah, I'm just gonna actually go grab a tissue because my sneeze made my nose run. Okay, the Sacred Symbol. This is perfect. Gratitude. So obviously it was just Thanksgiving, which is a super controversial American holiday at this point, as it should be. But gratitude is the attitude. Like gratitude has to be a daily devotion, a daily practice. And if that's not the case, then Thanksgiving really means nothing. If you're not practicing Thanksgiving every day, and if you're not practicing Thanksgiving and gratitude for all that is and everything that is lovely and beautiful in the world, and also honoring everything that is dark and needs change, needs transformation in the world, you are not giving thanks. You are not practicing gratitude. So, gratitude is the attitude for every day, now and beyond. And if it's not, you better get in right relationship to gratitude, because it really is the only way that we are going to find ourselves in a harmonious, connected world, operating through sacred reciprocity and right relationship to each other, to ourselves, to all living things, to all non-living things. That is the way. So I love that as well. This has been really big for me lately, is a focus on gratitude. I believe that gratitude is just so integral to living a full and whole life. So yeah, I really like that. I will post a picture of this spread and like a little written recap of like what kind of came up. And I am going to just share a few things before I close out the video. I don't know how long I've actually been on. I didn't want to make it too long because then people might not watch it. Especially since it wasn't live. Um, so first, I just want to say thank you if you are watching this and you've made it this far. And I hope you got something useful out of my time with you here, whether you're watching it or not. So I have some really good news. I did make a post, but I don't know if you didn't see it, if you saw it. I have been teaching at Bloom Yoga and Wellness for over 3 years now. And starting in January 2026, I'm going to have my own private space within the yoga studio. So I will be integrating all aspects of my business into the Bloom location, meaning I'll be able to offer private one-on-one sessions for readings, for energy work, for other offerings that I may come to offer in the future. I definitely want to do some one-on-one yoga with people who are seeking that kind of support, um, especially people who are kind of in the space of moving from integration into more embodiment practices. That's where I am at, and that's where my offerings are heading. So this is just a little kind of preview of what my new sign is going to look like. The quality is not very good, but I'll be offering energy work, tarot, embodied yoga, and everything that I offer is going to come from a place of just really heart aligned service. And I want it to feel supportive and inclusive to everyone and anyone wherever they're at in their own personal journey, or anything that they may be going through in life. I already have a lot of events planned for January. And one of the most important things that I'm doing in January is just this little mini celebration of taking on this space and starting this new beginning, which again, it's not totally new. Coming back to the world and the Fool, this is like a 5-year culmination of my business, like just continuing to transform and ebb and flow and be exactly what it needs to be, when it needs to be, where it needs to be. I've trusted that for 5 years, and this really feels like a full circle completion, but also a 0 point beginning into whatever's coming, that unexpected thing that's going to happen for me in 2026. So I would really love if you would join me January 3rd from 2 to 5 p.m. at Bloom Yoga and Wellness. It's just going to kind of be a little open house. I'm calling it Wolf Moon Celebration because it is the Wolf Moon, and that's the first full moon of 2026. I'm going to be offering a complimentary full moon meditation from 2:45 to 3:15 p.m. So if you get there in the middle, you can just like come into the studio, quietly sit down, grab a mat if you want, or just even sit down quietly and just jump right in and join us in meditation. And I'll just be there, answering questions, kind of showing people around if anyone has questions, if they want to join the yoga studio and get a membership to sign up for classes, or if they want to work with me at any capacity. I really just want to see you guys and to invite your energy into my new space, that I really hope is just something that's going to bloom and grow in 2026 and create like just ripples of change and ripples of light and growth for people. So please come out and see me if you can. If you aren't following the Healing Beacon on Facebook, I would love it if you would follow me there as well. As of right now, I don't plan on condensing this page into the Healing Beacon. That may be something I eventually do. The Healing Beacon is my umbrella name that all my services are under. And the Moonwise Tarotist is just near and dear to my heart, and it has been kind of like the core of the work that really set me on this path of helping people. So it is very special to me. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. But I am very excited for the culmination that I am reaching within the Healing Beacon as well. So please follow me on the Healing Beacon page if you don't already. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Um, I have a lot of things that I want to offer in 2026. Some things I want to kind of revamp are my Women Who Run with the Wolves extended book journey. Um, Also tarot school. I would still really like to find some people to do that, maybe once or twice in 2026. So if you come to my event, I'm going to have lots of information and kind of be gathering interest for stuff that people want to work with me, um, work with me on, whether it's group work like that or it's more one-on-one stuff like my tarot council that I offer. Tarot council essentially is like us meeting weekly, bi-weekly for a certain amount of time at a discounted rate. It's just like very supportive, ongoing sessions to help you through day-to-day struggles, to help you through life's transitions, or if you're going through something major, this is something that can just really help you move through it with ease and clarity. So all this information will be with me at my event on January 3rd. So I would love it if you would come out and see me for that, whether it's just to come for the complimentary meditation and kind of check out the space, or you want to come and hang out for the whole time. I would just love to see some faces, new and old. So, new and familiar sounds a little better. Not that old is bad. Um, Old is actually very good. Old is wise. I would love to see some crone faces at my open house. So please come out and support me. And I think that kind of completes what I want to say and share with you guys. So I hope this resonates. I will keep it open through the weekend if anyone wants me to pull them, like 3 to 5 cards. You can Venmo me $11 and I will send you your little mini messenger spread since I didn't get to go live right on Facebook with you guys. And happy Friday. Oh, speaking of happy Friday. So one other thing I wanted to announce is that on the first Fridays of every month, I am going to actually be having a tarot and tea gathering at this space. So this is for anyone that's interested in tarot, anyone that's using these types of spiritual practices for their own personal development, personal growth. Tarot and Tea is going to really just be kind of like a laid back gathering once a month. Past tarot school students, I would love to have you there. It's kind of along the lines of like what I wanted the Moonwise Collective to be, and it will probably actually take on that vision if it does gain momentum and people are interested and want to get together and talk tarot and do tarot and just kind of hang out and meet regularly. So that is happening the first Friday in January. Like I said, if you're not following the Healing Beacon, I really would like you to follow me there because that is where all my events are going to be posted, whether it's tarot related or otherwise. So that's going to be the best place to kind of know what kind of workshops I'm offering, what kind of things I'm offering. And then these live Fridays that I want to do, they are going to be a little more sporadic. They probably will not be on first Fridays. So depending on the energy, if first Friday doesn't happen, or if I'm feeling like really called to jump on after first Friday, I might still get on those days. but it's probably going to be, again, just something that I try to do like once or twice a month to connect with you guys and just be offering more collective guidance, because I've gotten away from that and I really kind of miss doing that and used to really enjoy doing that. So the goal for me to hop on here, whether it's through Facebook, if I figure that out, or I schedule a live Friday that we hop on Zoom together and go from there. So um, I think that's it. And yeah, happy Friday. And may you find your way gracefully through the rest of 2025 and be ready for what 2026 is going to catapult you into.